Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on this rosy mauve look. I do looks like this all the time. I love looks like this. I feel like they're just very feminine and pretty and soft. So I love how these look. And I actually pulled out my NAKED3 palette for this tutorial because when I was moving, I just kind of stumbled back upon it. And I remember wanting this palette so bad whenever it was launching. And I just don't give it enough love. It's such a beautiful palette. And it made me a little bit nostalgic because this was the first eye look that I did was with this palette on my channel. So I love this palette and I love this look. So if you'd like to see how I got it, then just keep on watching.
Since the eyes are going to be light, I went ahead and applied my foundation. I used the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte in shade 103. Then I'm just going to prime my lids with this Jordana crayon. I feel like I have to do this when using this palette just because the colors are pretty light. So I'm just applying that all over the lids to give me a nice blank canvas. As I said in the intro, all of the shadows that I'm going to be using are from the NAKED3 palette from Urban Decay. So I'm just taking a big fluffy brush first, and I'm taking the shade Limit. It's the lightest matte shade. It's a really pretty dusty rose. I'm just applying that all over the crease area. With that same brush, I picked up a little bit of Nooner. This is a really pretty mauve shade, and I'm just doing the same thing basically, just brushing this from outer corner to inner corner, and just giving my eye a little bit more definition and depth. For the lids, I'm using the shade Liar. This is one of my favorite colors from this palette. I think it's just so beautiful and it's such a unique color. It's kind of like a gray, but it also has purple and mauve undertones. So I'm just applying that all over the lid with a flat shader brush. You could leave the eyes the way they are, but I wanted to add a little bit more definition. So I'm going in with a very small blending brush and the shade Mugshot. I'm applying that to the very outer third of my eye and also bringing it up into that outer crease. To highlight my brow bone, I'm taking the shade Strange and I'm applying that right under the arch of my brow and then bringing it down towards the tail of my brow. And I love this for a brow bone highlight, but I want something that's a little bit more matte. And then here I am just doing my wing liner, and my camera cut half of it off, so you guys get the gist. You've seen me do this a million times. Now I'm just loading up my lashes with some mascara. I'm using the They're Real from Benefit, and then I'm going to be applying my lashes. And today I'm using the Voila lash from Esquido. They're just a really beautiful tapered lash. Moving on to the face, my camera literally hated me and cut out me doing my concealer. So I just applied this concealer on the under eyes, the bridge of my nose, my chin, and then also the center of my forehead. Picking up this yellow shade from the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D and a big tulip brush, I'm just going right over that under eye concealer to help lock it in place and also brighten up my under eyes. To bronze my skin and give it a little bit more warmth, I'm going to take this bronzer from Wet n Wild and this little brush. I believe this came in a BoxyCharm, and I'm just warming up my skin. So going around the temples, the sides of my cheeks, and then also along my jawline and my neck. And then I'm going to be contouring with this shade from the Shade and Light palette and my contour brush from Real Techniques. And I've just been taking my contour closer to my hairline and not bringing it down so far. So I did that on the hollows of my cheeks, and then I also do the sides of my chin. And then of course I have to contour my nose. And I did see your request for a nose contouring video, so keep an eye out for that soon. And of course I go in with a fluffy brush and just blend out those lines so it does not look harsh. And then I'm going in with my 9B blush palette in this rosy shade, and I'm applying this to the apples of my cheeks and then blending that back. And you can see this palette is so crazy pigmented, so I'm also going to take that same fluffy brush and just blend over that so it looks more blended and doesn't look so bright on my cheeks. To highlight, I'm using a Gilded Honey from L'Oreal. I seriously can't put this highlighter down, it's so pretty. So I'm using my Morphe M501 brush, my favorite brush for highlighting, and I applied that to the very high points of my cheeks, the chin, also right above the arch of my eyebrow, and then of course I always take just a little bit on the very tip of my nose. To finish up the eyes, I'm using a white liner. This one is from LA Girl, and if a white liner just looks way too harsh on you, then go ahead and use a nude, but I love a white in the waterline. So I'm just applying that to my bottom waterline and then going in with the shade Mugshot that we have on the outer corner in a flat definer brush, just running that from outer corner to inner corner on that lower lash line. Now I just picked up the shade Nooner on that same flat definer brush, and I'm just running over that whole bottom lash line, making sure that everything is nicely blended. load those bottom lashes up with mascara, and then it's time to highlight the inner corners. I use the same shade Strange that we highlighted our brow bone with. I just really pack that on in that inner corner. Now for my lip, I am using this lip liner from Rimmel, and this is just a natural lip liner, and I'm just lining my lips as usual just to help give a little bit more definition. And then I'm going to go in with Vintage Rose from Gerard Cosmetics. I love this shade. This is one of those Your Lips But Better shades. So I'm just applying that all over the lips, and you could totally leave it with this satin matte finish, or you can go over it with a little bit of gloss like I did. I used my butter gloss from NYX Cosmetics, and I believe this one is Creme Brulee. It is my favorite one ever. I have so many of these. So once you get this on your lips, your look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!